So last week, the dream matchup was two of the baddest men in boxing. It was, of course, Sonny Liston and a wrecking machine of the early 70s, George Foreman. Dev, where did the viewers think this was going?
Charlie, my jaw dropped when you told me this was the fight last week. I was salivating.
Still dropping now.
What a fight. But I had to pick it up. And I had to get on with it. So let's look at the poll. So Mickey Bonnard, he tweeted us, George Foreman wins. Sonny Liston was tailor-made for him. I give it 6 rounds. Kaiser Koba, Sonny is an all-round better fighter than George. He goes the distance with Sonny's big jab commanding the fight, and he did have a big jab. John Castro, Liston's the better boxer, but Foreman's bigger and stronger. Ali beats both with a wink. He did, but it's not about him. It's not about Ali. This was brilliant from Boxing Register. Sonny Liston is criminally underrated amongst today's boxing fans. Big Bear wins.
Great
and
picture.
That is a picture of Sonny Liston and George Foreman sharing a ring, sparring.
Really?
Like that, yeah. Amazing.
Is that not a Photoshop job, no?
No, he hasn't got Photoshop. And then he followed it up.
How do you know?
He followed it up. George Foreman once said, sparring Sonny Liston was the most dangerous thing I did in my entire life. Debate over. What a quote.
Yeah, but, you know, that doesn't mean if he'd... Maybe just said he learned a lot from it. You know, he was obviously young at that time of his career as well. So if we're talking about peak guys, you know, early 70s and against the, early 60s Liston, I think, you know, it'll be a great fight.
Well, this follows on. This is Daniel Rottering. He said about Foreman, he also said he was scared stiff of Frazier. We saw how that panned out twice. Exactly what you're saying.
I think Foreman is one of the best guys at saying the right stuff at the right time. I mean, for that example, you know, he's big enough, Frazier, then he goes in the ring and bashes him up twice, you know, so he's very good. He's got a very good tongue when it comes to it.
Good grills too. This was the least helpful tweet of the week. Dodsmeister, Foreman v Liston is a no contest. I don't know what to do with that. There's not a lot I could do with that. And we'll go to the results here. Foreman by KO, 69%. I don't think we're doing Liston enough justice with those results there,
I
personally.
don't actually, to be honest. What did you think?
I just think Foreman was more of a phenomenal athlete. I think Liston was a tough, hard guy. Foreman with his range and with the velocity he got from the power punches, with his big long shots at Foreman. I think he would have probably, I think he would have knocked him out. I think later on in the fight, man, on Saturday, he didn't get long, maybe 4 or 5 rounds. I think Liston would have probably retired on the stool and got a TKO win for Foreman.
On the store.